Hi, Scorpio. Thank you all so much for joining me. I appreciate all of your views and your subscribes and likes and shares and comments. So be sure to do that if you haven't. The subscribe and like button are below if you want to do so. And also thank you for just watching my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm looking forward to this general reading. This is a general reading for Scorpio sun, moon, and rising. As always, make sure to watch your rising and moon signs. You never know what additional information, it may resonate some more than, your sun. Sometimes people say their moon does or their rising, but, it's good to watch all three and see what comes from the three messages. All right, Scorpio, I do feel like this Knight of Cups represents you, or is very representational towards how you feel. This is a romantic card. This guy's romantic. He's offering a gesture. This could be a social situation, social wedding, party, celebrations, gathering, work gatherings, parties that you're attending. Or maybe you're extending the holiday. Maybe it's just like, I think I'll continue to be on holiday, to visit with friends. But this is very much about our heart and social situations and arenas that we find ourselves in. This could also be, it can represent because the cups are about our emotions. So it could be an artistic or creative endeavor, something you've been wanting to do. That's the opportunities coming forth for you. Even if you're not like an artist, but you have a job, you work at a company, and they're allowing you to be a little bit more creative or inventive, then this very much could be a card that represents that. If it is a romantic situation or a romantic partner or someone who's flirting with you, then, sometimes flirtations can be great. Other times it can be, annoying depending on who the person is. So they may be overstepping their bounds. And if you're feeling so, then Scorpio, I'm feeling like you'll be pretty direct with them. I don't think you have a problem with that. But this stork right here, if you can see, the stork is a symbol of new beginnings, devotion, opportunity. It really does say a lot in it. Let me get out of the glare. So here's the horse who is strong. Horses represent strength and movement. There's this guy, and he's not he's an ordinary, he's a nice looking guy. But what he's really doing is he's offering this cup, which is the emotion, his emotions. So in any way that your emotions, like I said, with creativity, with another person, being around friends, being around family. All right. So the second card that came up for you, Scorpio, is the Page of Swords. And I love this card because it, again, in a more mysterious way, I feel like you're very determined. Some of you are very determined with this. Maybe you felt like you've needed to stand up for yourself or learn new talents and abilities, strengths with your position at your job to stay competitive with everyone else. It might be that you're sending out, some of you might be sending out resumes. That could be for this particular card too. It's really this card, and I said this a second ago in a different way, vigilance is required for this card to attain goals. So you can see how she's pointing the sword up towards the sky, and she's very vigilant in tuning into, the spirit guides, the spirits, the angels, the guides, the astrology, the planets. Because she wants to manifest what she's learned, and almost, this is how I feel about it. She's wanting to manifest and channel what she's learned from what she's learned on Earth. So in other words, she's channeling her information so she can make new money. She can make her goals happen. You know, like I said, you may have competitors. They may or may not be discreet in some form or fashion. But you are gaining self-confidence, because this particular deck, of course, is very is very mystical. And so, you know, think about which Cancer you are. Are you sending out resumes? Or are you testing new skills? But you're tuning in. You're tuning into your own ability. The swords are our thinking. So you've been thinking about how you can pursue your goals better. How you can be more prosperous and achieve. All right. Well, and I love the card that comes up third, because this is the Four of Wands. And the wand cards are about our work, the work we do in the world. And there's four of them. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 in the background here. So that's celebration around success. And this could be in partnership with another person. It could be a romantic situation. You know, it's interesting because this is about work and creativity, but it does have a little bit of theme of romance in it. It's also about celebration of weddings and parties. So these two cards, you know, you may be that Scorpio where you're, well, I mean, it could be you're being offered a proposal, you know, and then there's ceremony, but this would come awfully quick. It can lead, and this has happened a couple times in the last couple rounds of readings, that I have felt like that some of these cards flow on into the year. It's like I've seen them go into you know, later parts of the year. And actually, I'm trying to figure out, I think this card represents the springtime, and this one looks like it represents the fall. So it very much could be that you're, you know, after you put these resumes out or you really test your skills, then you receive accomplishment, you receive rewards, you feel good about what you're doing, your money is in order. There's harmony, and you feel like the labor you've done has been well worth it. And 4 signifies 2 foundations, so it feels like you're really wanting to build your foundation. And that means that, you know, your bills are paid. It's being very practical. Your bills are paid, and you're putting a little bit of savings away. So a strong foundation has definitely been laid for this card to come out. Just saying. Okay, so clarification cards. The first card that came out is the Chariot card. And the Chariot card is about someone who's very ready to move past any obligations that haven't worked, any experiences that you're just like done with, and you're wanting to move into new horizons. And actually being on the move. It might be some of you are actually moving residences. Some of you are going to go to new employment, new jobs. Wow, this guy has come up a lot too. For clarification, I say 2. The Chariot cards come up in reverse for a couple signs, so it came up straight up for you. But this is what's known as the Death card, and again, it's not about physical death. It's usually about transformation. And I don't doubt that that's coming up because so many of us have been transforming. Okay, so what this card means, death of what doesn't work for you any longer. So if you see some sudden changes and you're like, oh my God, I didn't expect that. And that's kind of the Tower card too. But it's transformation, basically. Your life being transformed through different work, through relationship, through your spiritual guidance and spiritual guides. Some of you, it may be a real spiritual experience. Okay, so then the Queen of Rods comes up in reverse. This is how she normally looks. And this is a fire sign. This is a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. And she's a warm and inviting, very warm and inviting person. She's very creative. She loves the arts. She's loves her animals. She has a cat right here, if you can see her cat. And she loves flowers and nature. Very passionate. Now, she did come up in reverse. So this could be someone that you're having to contend with. And it can be a male or female, you know, taking on the fire sign, passionate or fiery attitude. So I'm just saying that could have come up for you. Okay, well, the Seven of Rods. So this is about competition. This is about you're having to stand your ground and others see things differently, and you're like, wait, you're having to really push down others' opinions and stand on your own 2 feet. And it's not like he's having a bad time. It's not a horrible thing, but it is something that you've had to contend with to move forward. Others' ideas that maybe their way of it, this would be in the workplace for the most part. So other ideas of in how you do your work than what you think. Hopefully you're not keeping that silent, Scorpio, because I feel like you don't have to. Or at least once you gain this knowledge right here, this wisdom that she's gained, I think you can express yourself because you're more suited, you have more credentials. Let's put it that way. You have more credentials. All right, and then the World card comes up in reverse. This is the last card of the Major Arcana. It's enlightenment. It's like, you know, it starts off the Major Arcanas with the Fool card, where he's very naive, goes through life with his parents, and then he gets married, he has jobs, and those fall apart, and then he gets, you know, back up on his horse, which would be the Chariot. But there's finally enlightenment around, and he gets to the place of all-knowing, all-seeing. Okay, so that came up in reverse. So you're still working on some things, Scorpio. There's still some, I'm feeling like some of your work that you need to, you know, you need to really pan out better for you. Some of you, it's relationships. And, you know, if we're not working on something, then we're really not alive, are we? There's always stuff to be worked on. So this is not a bad thing. It's just saying that the universe is saying don't be complacent. Just don't be complacent. You have more to do. This is great here. You're building your foundation. You have more to do. Well, what's so funny is, well, I was laughing a minute ago and said, oh, that's funny, is the Fool card came up. And remember, I was talking about him. He's the first one of the Major Arcana cards, the 22 cards. Or excuse me, 21 cards. He's 0. Goes to 21. So he comes up, straight up. This is in reverse. So this is the first one. This is the last one of the Major Arcana. So the Fool card says, you know, I'm feeling free. I'm going on an adventure. I'm taking very little with me. The Fool is a little bit naive about what he's in the process of doing, but it's okay because he's adventurous. And so I'm feeling like you guys, you be your own individual selves, be individualistic and adventurous on your path. There's more to do here. This is your foundation. You're going to see some fruits of your labor, but while you're on this path of gaining more insights and intuition and, you know, feel a little bit carefree. Children always help. Wow, and then the Sun card comes up. Okay. This is another Major Arcana card. You guys, this has gotten to be interesting in the last several minutes. So this is number 19, and this card comes up when there's hope and optimism, but it's not like it's just been easy breezy. It's not like it's, oh, well, you know, this has been a cinch. No, this Sun card with this beautiful little child on the white horse and the really smiley, happy sun in the background is saying there's hope, there's optimism, there's room for growth because he's a baby, but you're in the right direction. And you've earned it. You have earned whatever you've put out, whatever you've been through, whatever you've love in a relationship, at work. All right, so let's add up the original 3 cards numerologically and compare them to the number that matches the major arcana. So we have a court card, that's always 1, and a page is 1, so that's 1, 2, and then 4 is 6. So 6 in numerology is about service. It's about love and responsibility. And, you know, here we have love, and I think you're being responsible and practical. That's more than number 4. But I do feel that the love and responsibility is maybe you're feeling responsible towards other people, towards your peers at work, towards your supervisor, your boss, the owner of the company. But I also feel a little love in your heart. It's a good thing. You know, that Fool came up a minute ago, and I'm just feeling it for you all. So let's take a look at the number 6 in the major arcana cards. The number 6 is the Lover's card. Well, you know, I was just talking about put a little love in your heart, and then number 6 is the Lover's card. So, you know, for some of you, it may very well be that this is a romantic situation, a proposal, because the Lover's card indicate 2 people that, yeah, they can meet, and they just are so like-minded, and they have a deep commitment. It can also be a relationship that is long-lasting, and you've been together for a long time, and it just feels like it has that deep sense of love. There's something about love in the air for you all. It could be around kids, but it feels like this guy's flirting. Okay, just saying. I haven't gotten that in a lot of these readings, so it's nice to see, you know, heart come up. It's you have heart, thinking, and work. All right, Scorpio, thank you so much for your time today. And I just thank you again so much for tuning in today. Be kind to yourselves. Be adventurous. Be playful and loving. And I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.